First of all, just want to say what a privilege it's been here so far as just the way things have gone. Coach Beamer's done a great job of setting a culture, and I think our players have bought into it too. Our strength coach has done a great job of giving us the players the capacity to work, and they are not afraid of hard work. I can tell you that. So that's part of the biggest positive for me right now. That's for sure. And seeing this whole operation the way it's worked. It's been a great experience so far.
Coach, just curious to hear your thoughts on how the place kicker battle has gone with Herrera and some of those other guys.
Yeah, unfortunately with Alex, he ended up getting a little bit of a heel injury right before we started, so he's been limited in quite a few practices early on. Ended up hitting some balls today, which was good to see. So it's been a little bit of a struggle for him so far. But the other guys, I'll tell you, Joyce has done a good job for us. Some of the guys that have been here in the past, we've had a good competition so far there, so it's good to see.
Speaking of that competition, Joe, you look at Mason Love, comes in with a lot of high school credentials, enlisted as a kicker and punter. Are you guys repping him at both? Do you like one spot better than the other?
Yeah, I think right now I would view him more as a kickoff man and a punter. That's how I'd view him right now. I'm not sure that, we want to put him in that position now to where he's a place kicker, but we'll see how it goes during the summer. We want to try to spoon feed him a little bit and get him going where he's positive right now, and he's had a really good spring so far as a punter and a kickoff man.
Joe, I had a chance to ask Shane this on Tuesday, but just from your perspective, obviously you're coming in here, you were hired to do a certain job, but at the same time too, from a player standpoint, trying to figure out different terminology, trying to figure out your philosophy on everything. How has that process been in trying to bring in what you want to do and blend that in with what they've been able to do the last couple of years?
Well, I think the biggest thing is it's them understanding what we want done, the way we want it done. My practice and my practice tempo and the things I'm asking them to do is going to be different than what Pete did. That's just how it is. But they are acclimating very well. They are doing a good job of doing that. It's been fun with these kids. Like I said, the biggest thing is their hard work will get us to where we need to be. If they can keep that attitude going, we're going to be in great shape with these kids. I think the way they work, and I'm very pleased with where we're at. Now, am I pleased with everything that goes on in practice? Hell no, I'm not. But, we just got to keep things going in the right direction.
I would imagine you have a lot of different guys working at kick and punt return. Assuming that's the case, who have been some of those guys that have gotten a lot of work there?
Yeah, there's been a lot of guys. Vicari's been one of the guys that's been back there on punt return. Gage has been back there on punt return. We've had Kilgore back there on punt return. Those are three guys. Kickoff return, all those same guys. Peyton Mangren's been back there on kickoff return. So right now, the way we're running things is we really don't have a scout team, if that makes sense. When you get to the season, it's a scout team. What we've done is we break it up into 4 teams, and the whole spring, they're going to be working on each team, if that makes sense to you. So that means they're getting just as much work on punt return, punt, kickoff, and kickoff return all the way through. And it's just the way we've done it, and I think it's been good. I think it creates good competition, and they're running our ball. They're not worried about scout team looks and all that kind of stuff. They're running our ball, which I think is important teaching-wise.
How about the gunner spot? I know that's always kind of a moving target, but is there anybody you've worked at gunner right now that you kind of feel good about at this point?
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of different guys, right? Those same guys that I talked about, it'll be the DBs, the DBs, safety guys, corners. We've got some receivers that have been out there. So, it's everybody really right now. I think right now they're where we need to be. We just got to keep going in the right direction.
I know this doesn't necessarily affect y'all this year, but the new kickoff rule in the NFL, there's maybe been some chatter out there that it could be coming to college at some point down the road. Just your general thoughts on what that looks like and what just kind of overall what it might be like.
Raheem came up here. Raheem Morris is the head coach at the Falcons, and he and I have worked together for a couple years. And then, so he started quizzing me on it. I said, hey, man, it's not my problem right now. You go ahead and take care of that, But I think if it works out, it could be something that we see down the road. I think the biggest challenge for those guys right now is going to be the personnel that's involved. Is that going to change? That's really, in the National Football League, one of the things that happens is you don't have all the players to choose from every week. So there's 48 guys that go to the game, and there's certain numbers that you always have, and I don't know if that's going to stay the same. That's going to be the biggest issue. But I think change is good if it keeps the play safe and it keeps the play in the game. Now in college it's different. We've had more returns and people are willing to return the ball more, and it's been a safer play. So hopefully we can keep it that way.
Joe, I don't know if anyone really care about this, but noticed during practice today, it looked like there were some edges or guys that may be up backs returning kickoffs. Is that just trying to be able to get them in a position to be prepared if there's a short kick, or anything deeper into that? Just noticed that today at practice.
That's great on your part. That's the way to see it, man. Study it all the time, right? That's exactly what we were doing. We're catching pop-ups because, if you're back there as a tight end on kickoff return and the ball's popped up to you, you want to be able to catch the ball. Now, I haven't seen the film. How'd they do? I didn't see the film. What was it? Got a couple drops or what? Okay, good. So, but yeah, that's what we were doing. That's what we were doing so far. Anything else? Cool.